Your service is complete. I'm declaring a mistrial in this case.
At 6:02, after days of deliberation, weeks of testimony, and more than 2 years since the case began, we don't have a verdict in the Karen Reed murder trial. The judge officially declared the mistrial yesterday with the jury hopelessly deadlocked, but that doesn't mean that this case against Karen Reed is over.
No, absolutely not. And already fallout is growing in the aftermath of the decision. The lead state trooper in the case now relieved of duty. Now, we do have team coverage this morning on everything you need to know.
Let's begin the trial itself. NBC 10's Minash Pongwari live in Dedham. Minash, give us an overview of what happened and what could be next.
Well, minutes after Judge Beverly Cannoni declared a mistrial, the Norfolk County DA's office made it clear they intend to fight this case one more time.
I'm declaring a mistrial in this case.
A shocking end to the Karen Reed murder trial. After 5 days and more than 27 hours of deliberation, the 12-person jury unable to come to a unanimous decision. Now, the jury warned Judge Beverly Cannoni last week Friday that consensus would be hard, but she sent them back to deliberate. On Monday, they simply had enough.
To continue to deliberate would be futile and only serve to force us to compromise these deeply held beliefs.
A conclusion that left John O'Keefe's family emotional inside the court as they still wait for justice for their loved one. Outside, the defense celebrating what many would call a win, but they maintain their job is not yet finished.
The Commonwealth did their worst. They brought the weight of the state based on spurious charges, based on compromised investigation and investigators, and compromised witnesses.
We ain't got no quit.
So what happens next? Well, we know that on July 22nd, the judge has set a status hearing to talk next steps in this case. It's uncertain how the prosecution plans to change up how they plan to fight this case, but of course it's something we will be keeping you updated on. For right now, though, we're live here in Dedham. Minash Pongwari, NBC 10 Boston.
Thank you, Minash. You may remember the lead state police investigator in this case, Michael Proctor, and his controversial texts revealing on the witness stand. Well, this morning, he's been relieved of duty.
Let's send it now to NBC 10's Alicia Palumbo, also live in Dedham. Alicia, this was quite the surprise in the aftermath of the court's decision.
Yeah, LaToya, I think more than anything, it was the timing of it that was surprising. It was just hours after Judge Beverly Cannoni declared a mistrial in Karen Reed's murder trial that Massachusetts State Police announced that it took immediate action to relieve Trooper Michael Proctor of duty and formally transfer him out of the Norfolk DA's office detectives unit. State Police went on to say that this follows its previous decision to open an internal affairs investigation after information about serious misconduct emerged in testimony at the trial. Now, we understand that under his collective bargaining agreement, 5 days notice is required, so this is actually effective on Sunday, July 7th. NBC 10 investigators Kathy Curran was the only reporter to speak with Proctor after the mistrial was declared Monday.
Trooper Proctor, Kathy Curran from NBC 10. We'd like to ask you some questions. Do you think your actions impacted the outcome of the trial?
Get off of our lawn. Right?
I'm not on your lawn. I'm on the street. Do you have anything you'd like to say?
I fully support my husband. Karen Reed is a murderer.
Now, in a statement, Karen Reed's defense attorney, David Yannetti, said conduct has consequences. D.A. Morrissey backed this misogynist, corrupt cop. And 2 hours after he announced he will pursue a second trial against an innocent woman, state police announced Proctor has been relieved of duty because of serious misconduct that emerged in his testimony. Now, Proctor is entitled to a duty status conference. That's where he will learn his future with the state police. We're live outside of Norfolk Superior Court. Alicia Palumbo, NBC 10 Boston.